Hello, dear parents. I am Mr. Harold Vidina.
And I'm Mr. Daniel Lin. We hope you are all doing well and we thank you for watching this video. We are your child's music teachers.
You probably heard about us from your kids and the music activities we currently do in class. Today, we are going to talk about some of them and how they play an essential part in your child's holistic education and development.
Here in Unity Primary School, we believe that every student should be given the opportunity to sing, play instruments, and appreciate music with both local and global perspectives.
Our music lessons are conducted in an integrative manner, where elements and concepts are discovered sequentially through active musical experiences. We start from what the child is most familiar with: speech, rhymes, folk songs, and gradually introduce new musical concepts.
Through active music making, we give children opportunities to discover themselves and work with others, build resilience and strength of character.
Yes, Mr. Daniel, we believe every music lesson is a celebration of students' effort, creativity, and artistry.
Here's a peek into our music classes.
Boys and girls, we are going to learn something today. I'm going to tell you a story. Listen very well. Once upon a time, in a land so far, beekeeper Young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day, the bees chased beekeeper Young. He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead with two little caves where the beekeeper fled. He built two fires, and before he could stop, smoke came out of the mountaintop. So what do you think is this figure? Yes. All right. Now, we're going to do the same thing together. All right? Can we all open our notebooks now? I'm going to draw another one here. You follow me. And we have to say the words of the rhyme. Is that clear? Yes. Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper Young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day, the bees chased beekeeper Young. He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead. With two little caves where the beekeeper fled. He built two fires, and before he could stop, smoke came out of the mountain top. Now, boys and girls, this is the whole rhyme that I recited a while ago. Mr. H is gonna recite the two lines and you're gonna echo it for me. Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper Young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day, the bee chased beekeeper Young. He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead with two little caves where the beekeeper fled. He built two fires, and before he could stop, smoke came out of the mountain top. Any question on the lines here? Anything? You wonder why it's there? Nothing? What is the characteristic of the beekeeper? What do we call a person with no arms? Person with disability. But you notice something about the beekeeper? Even though he doesn't have arms, what does he do every day? He still works as a beekeeper. There are times also that the beekeeper face problems. What is the problem? Yes, Brian?
The bees chase beekeeper Young.
Yes, the bees chased beekeeper Young. So what did he do after that? He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get
Stung.
Yes. And then after that, what did he see? He saw a mountain over with what? Two little caves where the beekeper he built two fires, and before he could what happened? All right, now I'm gonna do something. I hope you listen first. One, two, 3, 4. Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper Young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day the bees chased beekeeper Young. He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead with two little caves where the beekeeper fled. He built two fires, and before he could stop, smoke came out of the mountain top. Now, can we clap? Echo after me, okay? Ready? Come on, sit up straight. Move your body.
1, 2, my turn. Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day the bees chased beekeeper young. He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead with 2 little caves where the beekeeper fled. He built 2 fires and before he could stop, smoke came out of the mountain top. Everyone stand up now. Push in your chair. Come on. We're gonna do a stepping now. Left, right, left, and right. Step. Left and right. Clap. Now with me, look at me. 1. Step your feet. 1, 2, 2 lines, my turn. Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day the bees chased beekeeper young. He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead with 2 little caves where the beekeeper fled. He built 2 fires and before he could stop, smoke came out with the mountain top. Smoke came out of the mountain top. Which part of it you can remember? Let's see. Without the words now here. What is the first line? All right. Once upon a time. Then the next line. Beekeeper young. Okay, so I will put here beekeeper young. Is that okay? All right. After that? He had no arms. Okay. I will just put he had no. Okay, you know already. Now, after that. Again? Beekeeper. Okay. All right. After that? 1 day. Then after that? He jumped. All right. After that? He saw a mountain overhead. After that? All right. I just put here with 2. Okay. Next? He built. Okay. Then? Smoke came out. All right. So now, we're going to try remembering all of the lines by just looking at this. All right, this will be our guide. 1, 2, ready, go.
Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day the bees chased beekeeper young. He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get
Good.
stung. He saw a mountain overhead with 2 little caves and the beekeeper fled. He built 2 fires and before he could stop, smoke came out of the mountain top.
All right, now, you tell Mr. H, once upon a time in a land so far. Beekeeper young. Yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. All right. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. Okay, one day the bee chased beekeeper. Yeah. Okay. He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get stung. Okay. He saw a mountain overhead with two little caves where the beekeeper fled. He built two fires, and before he could stop, smoke came out of the mountain top. Okay, mountain top. We're going to perform this with the music, and you have to say it loud and clear. All right? Let's try. You want me to erase it? Okay, I'll just leave it there for those people who haven't memorized it yet. Let's try. Can you move your bodies like this, please? 1, 2, ready, go! Smoke came out of the mountain top. Good. We're going to do it one more time. This time, I'm going to half of it. Is it okay? Okay. There you go. One, two, ready, go. Nothing now, and I'm gonna pass the microphone to you. Who would like to do it in front? I have two microphones here. Okay, now Brian and Ishan, come. All right. Alternate. You, then you. You, then you. What do you think?
Alternate, I guess? Alternate.
Alternate. Okay, face the class now. Let's see. Okay, you want to do it with the music or without the music?
With the music. With the music.
All right, sure. So let's try it.
Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. Beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day the bee says, "Beekeeper young." He jumped in the pond so he wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead with two little caves where the beekeeper fled. He built two fires.
Before he could stop.
Smoke came out of the mountain top.
All right, now let's try. This group will be his team. This group will be his team. All right, you're gonna help him. You're gonna help him. Is that okay? All right, let's try. Sit up straight. Come on, guys. Help him. 1, 2, ready, go.
Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. Beekeeper kept bees everywhere. Beekeeper young. He jumped in the pond so you wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead with two little caves where the beekeeper fled.
He built two fires, and before he could stop.
Smoke came out of the mountain top.
Now let's swap. You go first. 1, 2, ready, go. Once
Upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper young stood in his yard. He had no arms, but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day the bees kissed beekeeper young, one who wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead, two little caves with the beekeeper fled. He built two fires, and before he could stop, smoke came out of the mountain
All
top.
right, now let's try. Everybody will say the lines now. 2, Ready, go!
Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper young stood in his yard. He had no arms but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day the bee chased beekeeper young. He jumped in the pond so he wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead with two little caves where the beekeeper fled. He flew through fires and before he could stop, smoke came out of the mountain top.
Alright, let's give a round of applause to these two brave students. Thank you. Who would like to do it now? Come. Yeah. Another one. You want? Who? You, come on. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, say it now.
Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper young stood in his yard. He had no arms but he didn't care.
Beekeeper kept bees everywhere.
One day the bee chased beekeeper young.
Jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get stung.
He saw a mountain overhead.
He flew little caves where the beekeeper fled.
One,
Two fires and
before he could stop, the mountain top.
It's okay. Now let's try everyone. Okay? You can look at the words now. 2. Ready, go.
Once upon a time in a land so far, beekeeper young stood in his yard. He had no arms but he didn't care. The beekeeper kept bees everywhere. One day the bee chased beekeeper young. He jumped in a pond so he wouldn't get stung. He saw a mountain overhead with two little caves where the beekeeper fled. He flew through fires and before he could stop, smoke came out from the mountain top.
Give a round of applause to them. Thank you.
I don't know what you've been told, but time not running out, you need to take it slow. Now step into your toe to toe.
Music supports students' development of language and reasoning, inventive and critical thinking, imagination, and intellectual curiosity.
It helps them to relax and be more focused and engage in school activities. They are happier and better learners.
Through music, students discover the world around them. This encourages empathy, builds cultural awareness and sensitivity.
We welcome every help you can give to your child in discovering their musical potential. For example, helping them record themselves performing for Teachers' Day concert and other events.
If you are up for it, you can be part of it. I'm sure your child will be delighted in hearing you play and perform alongside them.
We thank you for your continued support in our music program. Together, let's create a more vibrant and happier learning environment for the students of Unity Primary School.